Ever wonder how a country introduces its next generation to the rest of the world? Well, sometimes the answer is hiding inside a simple textbook. Today, we're going to dive into the very first English textbook for fourth graders in Algeria. We're not just looking at how they learn a language, we're going to see how they learn to see their own place in a global community.
So here it is, my book of English. For thousands of kids, 9 and 10 years old, this is their first real, official guide to the language. You can kind of think of it as a map for their first steps into a much, much wider world. So let's see what that journey actually looks like.
All right, first up, the building blocks of language. We're going to start, like you have to, with the journey from basic numbers all the way to full sentences.
Now, the way this book teaches is honestly really simple but super effective. It's all built around this three-step cycle. First, you listen and you repeat. You got to get the sounds right. Then, you read and you understand, connecting those sounds to what they actually mean. And finally, you write it all down to really make that knowledge stick.
And where do you start? With numbers, of course. The journey kicks off with a simple command. Listen and let's repeat. The numbers from 1 to 30. It's all about hearing the word, seeing the number, and then saying it out loud. You're building that crucial muscle memory for all these new sounds in English. And this learning, it builds up fast. After reading a little bit from a character named Massel, the students don't just, turn the page. Nope. Right away, they have to use what they just learned in a fill-in-the-gaps exercise. It creates this instant link between reading something and actually using it.
And that brings us to the final step in the cycle. See that section at the bottom? My handwriting. Here, they practice writing "My uncle is 30" in cursive. And this is about way more than just neat letters. It's about physically connecting your brain to your hand, locking in everything from vocabulary to how a sentence is built. Okay, so next up, learning about my world. Once the kids have the basic tools, the book grounds them in stuff they already know: family, school, and their community. The curriculum starts right at home. Unit 1 is all about family and friends, teaching words like mother, father, sister, and brother. It's such a smart way to do it. You're anchoring a brand new language in the most familiar, most emotional concepts a kid has. From home, the world starts to get a little bigger. Unit 2 is all about occupations and jobs, and the learning gets interactive. It's basically a matching game. Connect the words like cook or dentist to the right picture. It's just a fun way to learn about the people that make up your town. Next up, we go to the place where these students spend most of their day: school. They're learning words for classroom, canteen, all that stuff. And to make it stick, there's a song, "I Love My School." It uses music to build this really positive emotional connection to the vocabulary and to school itself. Then, the vocabulary gets incredibly practical. The health unit teaches words that, let's be honest, every kid is going to need at some point: headache, cough, fever, toothache. This isn't abstract language. This is immediately useful stuff for talking about a basic human need. And of course, you gotta have food, but this unit is doing double duty. Yeah, students learn words like oranges and fish, but then they also have to do these exercises where they sort food into a healthy basket or an unhealthy one. So it's language class and a basic health lesson all rolled into one. Now, this is where the textbook becomes so much more than just a language guide. This is where it starts teaching English through a really unique local identity. Just look at this comparison for a second. On the left, you've got universal jobs, right? A baker, a painter, you can find them anywhere. But on the right, you have celebrations that are deeply, deeply Algerian. The curriculum just beautifully weaves together the global and the local. So think about what that means. When a student learns the English word celebration, it's not some abstract idea. It's immediately connected to the fireworks on Revolution Day, the flag on Independence Day, and the super important feasts of Eid. They're literally learning how to describe their own life in a new language. We see the exact same thing with food. The vocabulary list has pizza and spaghetti, sure, but right next to them are couscous and manjeb. These are traditional Algerian dishes. It just perfectly reflects modern Algeria, where global culture and local culture are sharing the same plate. This quote from a character in the book Hamza is so powerful. He just says it plain: "I speak Arabic, Tamazight, English, and French." See, the textbook doesn't present English as a replacement for anything. It presents it as an addition to who you are. It makes being multilingual feel normal and, frankly, cool.
And to make sure that cultural connection is never ever lost, the back of the book has my bilingual dictionary. It gives direct Arabic translations for everything, from a universal word like farm to something specific like Revolution Day. It's basically a bridge, making sure students can always connect their two linguistic worlds.
So as we kind of wrap up our look here, let's just step back and ask, what is this textbook really doing?